Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to my new FUT Champs team. Okay, no, I am just winding you guys up, but we are going to come on to that first of all. I thought I would show you what I've spent an absolute crap load of coins on, but we'll probably never actually use any of these players. So, the reason I've done this is because obviously in yesterday's video we opened the, or was it the video? It might have been, it was the video before, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was the video before. It was one of the videos, the last couple of videos. We opened the tradable 3-player UCL SBC. We got Andy Robertson and sold him for 80k. And it basically made me realise that this is a little bit ridiculous. So I kept an eye on Robertson's price to see if he come down. And he did actually come down to about 55k. And then he has subsequently now gone back up to, if I quickly check on FUTBin, okay, he's 65k at the moment. So he was a little bit like this, but he dropped down to 55. So I was glad that I sold him at 80. It was a very, very good decision. But about a week ago, he was 131,000 coins. This made me think, A, I was glad I sold him because I don't think he'd be particularly the best investment, but it made me think, what might be some really, really good investments? And I went and picked up these guys. So I picked up Subasic for 4,200 coins. And what's worth noting about this is I probably could have got them all about 10% cheaper, but I was out at like the prime time to buy them and bought them just after the SBC ended, rather than when everyone was going mental and doing it right at the very, very end. But even still, Subasic is a couple of days later, 5,200 coins now. We got ourselves Arias for the exact same price, and he is now worth, oh, okay, he's still about 4,200 coins. He hasn't gone up too much just yet. He's only 79 rated. So basically what we're going to do is hold on to these guys for as long as possible, really, and then sell them on for some profit. So De Vrij is about 18k now, so he's gone up 1,000 coins. Obviously, we've got tax to take in. We've got Raul Albiol, who is 84. Bought him for 12.5k. He is currently 13k. So the SBC only finished like a day or two ago at this point, but in like 10 days before, a few days before the SBC probably drops again during the next round of Champions League games, these guys are going to get stupidly rare, especially the actually popular ones, which I've tried to stick to actually popular ones and high rated ish ones, but I didn't go too crazy. Like, I was tempted to pick up a blue Handanovic for my team, and he was rocking at about 100k, and if you take a look at him now, he's 150. So maybe we should have gone down the Handanovic and slightly more OP routes, but we can learn from this and do it again next time and pick up some bigger players. But I do think these guys are going to go up in price. Like, they're not going to go down because there's none of them coming into packs for another 2 weeks. So Daniele De Rossi, for example, is 15k. I got him for 13, and I've actually got some more of them on my transfer list as well. We've got a Murillo down here for 7.5, a Regani for 4.8. Like, people that use Regani for the Juve links, Pastore got him for 7,900. And when we're comparing this to not just the price that they are now, like a day or two later, the prices that they were last week when they've been out of packs for a couple of weeks, Pastore is 23k. Now, obviously, he's not going to quite go up that much because there is now double the amount of him, but he still might go up to like 15, 20,000 coins, and I got him for 7 or 8. So it's pretty ridiculous. Batshuayi for 5,500. He used to be worth, before this influx of new cards, an absolute whopping 18, 19,000. So do you see what I mean? Even if he goes up to 12.5k, we're basically doubling our coins. Dzeko is kind of a big one that I picked up for 25,000 coins. He used to be worth, and he's currently worth at the moment 27.5, 28. So that's not too bad. It used to be worth almost 50. So big things going on potentially. If we can double it, I think I spent about 150k on them guys and a couple of duplicates that I've got on my transfer list of De Rossi and Regani, I think. So we could be making quite a serious amount of coins. However, enough trolling you guys. Let's get into some actual content. So, also, speaking of actual content, this morning, or yesterday morning, I should say, this morning to me when I'm recording this, yesterday morning to you guys when you're watching this, I started a playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2, so that's going to come out every morning, the way the Road to Glory comes out every night. So if you want something else to watch, go and check it out. It's a very good game. We're going to be playing through it together. Anyway, actual content also is commented today. Callum Swanson said, what is a La Croqueta? Can I do a tutorial? I don't need to do a tutorial. It's very, very simple. It is the new ball roll that you can do with a 4-star skiller. You hold L1 while you do a normal ball roll, and it does that crazy body shift thing and goes around the side. If you do it and then push the left stick back the opposite way, it fakes it and it chops back the other way really quickly, and it's good for like running down the line, faking to go around and cutting back and swinging the ball in. So it's very simple. It's just a ball roll whilst holding L1. Same as that new fake shot. It's just literally a fake shot whilst holding L1 as well. I don't think I need to make a tutorial video for you guys. If you want to see like situations to use it in, maybe I can. But we're going to jump into some gameplay now, and there's actually some of it in it. So anyway, stop trolling you guys. Let's hit play on the gameplay, and let's see that we are actually buying some new players. We're going to pick ourselves up and inform Mounier. So I was dallying about his price. That one was 2k cheaper, but it also sold while I was messing about, and I probably should have just got it and went into a game to get rid of that attribute card. But I wanted to go straight into a game of FUT Champs, and actually couldn't go into it. So what I ended up doing is just picking up this one for 75,500 with an anchor card on it. And we've grabbed ourselves an Inform Mounier. So you guys probably know what's come with this, because of course in the last episode we got ourselves a blue Thiago Silva and a blue Rabiot, which is basically the only signing we need is that Mounier, to be honest with you. We've got a lone Aubameyang up front. I know I said to you guys about the poll of what to do with my striker and get you guys to vote on it. I haven't actually uploaded that video at the time of recording this, which is why we just used lone Aubameyang to test them out. We may as well. I imagine that would be, I think I put that as an option. I imagine that would probably be the most voted for one anyway, but that one's just pure common sense. Like, we got him, why not try and see if he's any good? But who else is in the vote? I think it was Aguero, Kane, and then a Cam. So we'll see what you guys vote and see what our coin total's looking like once we've done all this. But we're going to boost our coins a little bit by selling our Talisca. We bought back in the day for 30,000 coins, and he's been an insane servant to the club. Rocking ridiculous goals and assist ratios. He's a free kick maestro, which I am truly going to miss. Really good player. 100% would recommend him. Even picking him up for 60k is still a very good deal. I got him for 30, which is an absolute bargain. And then we're going to check the price of our Manolas as well, who is now also surplus to requirements. He's currently going for about 22,750, 23k, something along those lines. And we're going to get them guys sold on and get ourselves up to about 210k, I suppose that'll take us up to as well. If we don't actually end up, I'm checking the price of Florenzi and realise that he's basically worthless now. Like, he's really cheap. Again, would 100% recommend this guy. He's only 82 rated, but his stats are stupid. Like, he's basically got 80 in every single stat, and he's well under 8,000 coins, so I would 100% recommend picking him up. And then I know that Paulinho is he's gone down in price quite a lot since I bought him as well. He's under 10k as well, even though I bought him for like 25. So what we do, been talking to you guys about who to use as super subs and like a solid midfielder to sub on and things like that. So I decided to just keep Paulinho and Florenzi and get rid of Vass and Medel, and we can bring on them two instead. And then we go and list up our Talisca as well. 30k we bought him for, listing him up for 59,500. See, watching this back, I didn't actually need to sell him. I didn't need the coin straight away. I probably should have listed him up like a couple of thousand coins more and just hoped that he sold. And sold him slowly to a lazy bidder or something like that, rather than putting him up for what he'll actually sell for. So that's something for me to take on board in the future. But Manolas, unfortunately, not quite as lucky with him. We bought him for 34 and we're going to sell him for 22,500 he is going up for. So we lost about 10k on Manolas, but we made about 30k on our Talisca. And then obviously we've paid about 10 and 15k for Florenzi and about 25k for Paulinho, but they're not worth that anymore. So instead we're going to use them as subs, and we're going to jump into our first game with our new team. The first game for our new players is basically what I'm getting at. And he's got a pretty sick team, to be honest. He's also got Rabiot, he's also got Aubameyang, he's got the normal one, he's got both player of the months, the new red Lala, who looks absolutely sick. And we just needed to jump into some FUT Champs, play some FUT Champs, start finding our feet with our new team. Lovely bit of work by Mane and a quality finish by Firmino, who I forgot to change to a centre attacking mid. So he was a centre forward at centre mid on 2 chemistry. Firmino doesn't get, like you can see, he's a centre forward there. He started the game at centre mid. He's got about 2 chem. He literally doesn't care. He's just going to score finesse shots anyway because he's absolutely ridiculous on this game. Lovely footwork by Mane. That was the La Croqueta. I did it and then chopped back and then passed it to Firmino. And unfortunately for me, as good as my La Croquetas are, my defending kickoff goals isn't. I mean, is anybody good at defending kickoff goals? It's just FIFA, innit? Your defenders are just all stationary and stood there, and you're trying to do stuff and it just won't change, man. And he's got play them of Hazard, and he's quick and he turns and he finesses it and it goes top bins. Not good. Not good. So that Hazard does look absolutely mental. Every time I see it so much in Div Rivals, being in like. Also, watch this. Look at this for the new Thiago Silva. I wasn't even controlling him. He's ridiculous. I'm going to talk to you guys about the team once we've watched the highlights of the first game. We're going to come back and I'll talk you guys through it. And we've changed a little bit since then as well. I just wanted to show you guys that clip because I had some. Well, first of all, I do have massive. What's the word? reservations about Szczesny simply because of his throw, and that was a horrific throw, but I just need to learn to stop doing them because he can't throw the ball. I also had reservations about Thiago Silva, and he's just sick. Like, I wasn't even controlling him, and look what he did there. There again, that's the La Croqueta. That's a great ball to Aubameyang, and he's missed an absolute sitter in the 45th minute. So, not the best start on your debut with your loan card, Aubameyang, to be trying to convince me to actually sign you, but he did pick up a little bit, to be honest with you. That's a terrible clearance from this guy. We played into Aubameyang. Oh, no, he didn't. What on earth was that? I was just baiting you guys. I didn't particularly like him, I'm not going to lie to you. What I was trying to do then is a low-driven shot, and for some reason they are just absolutely horrific on this game. And he just smashed it over the bar. Honest to God, no idea what was going on. And then we got caught on this counter-attack. Is playing him on Lucas, running down the line, puts the ball across. And for some reason, I mean, I did say reservations about Thiago Silva. I don't think there's anything any of my defenders could have done about that, because it didn't change me to him. Like, it could have been the biggest guy in the world and he still wouldn't have jumped because it made me Mounier instead. But whatever, it's fine. We managed to get ourselves a penalty in the 64th minute to try and claw our way back into this game. Is Kimpembe bringing down Rabiot? And again, everyone uses this Kimpembe instead of Thiago Silva. I honestly don't understand it. Like, I played quite a lot of games with Thiago Silva now. I know mine's the blue one, and it's very, very lucky, but he's absolutely sick. It put my Aubameyang on this, but I didn't want to pad his stats with penalties, so I could see at the end what he actually performed in his loan game. So I stuck Salah on it, stuck it in the bottom left corner, grabbed the ball, and we are back on the comeback trail. Thiago Silva, nice little battle, he's got really good passing, which I like. And then here goes Aubameyang trying to do the new L1 fake shot, failing. Again, this guy panic clearing, falls to Rabiot on the edge of the box, and he smashes it off one post, off the other, and just about trickles into the back of the net for a goal on his debut. And a bit of a screamer, to be fair. That was a very, very good finish to make it 3-3. And then we went and won the game, as you guys are about to see, with the most horrific goal I have ever scored on this FIFA. The most horrific way to win a game of Foot Champs in the 88th minute. I mean, it was reasonably well worked. That was a nice little switch of the play to Mounier. We see Salah making the run. He's calling for it, so he slots him through. Again, Kimpembe getting torn apart. Drill it across, and Kimpembe poked it past his own goalkeeper in the 89th minute. I felt so bad winning this game. I mean, I still celebrate, but I did feel really, really bad. This is the first game of my new team, and we basically looked to win. That was so bad. We got the win. It was the first game. We're 1-0 in Foot Champs with our new team. Let's jump back to live and let's take a look at the squad. So, here it is in all of its glory. We've now finished our loan games with Aubameyang, and he's played the 5 games for me, scored 2 goals and got 3 assists. And like I said, I just don't really like him. He just doesn't seem to work for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Maybe I need to give him a bit more of a chance, but I just wasn't feeling it at all. He seemed a bit stiff. He seemed, even though he's got 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, he just felt a bit clunky. I don't know. Wasn't really enjoying him. So what we did instead was bring in none other than this Josh King, because I wanted to wait for your guys' votes to see what you said, which striker to buy, who to get. So he brought in Josh King, and we'll come on to it. I don't particularly like him either, to be honest with you. I've got too many good memories of Firmino. It was still, he's just about fell off the pace of a 1-goal contribution per game. What's he on there? 189 in 194 games for me, which is absolutely crazy. He's now obviously playing a cam, and I actually sub him off quite a bit now as well, because I've been switching to 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation, and he ends up as Rabiot's 1 wide centre mid, Lucas Leiva's the CDM. I play Mane, Cam, and these 2 guys up front, and Firmino's the centre mid, so then he gets knackered and I end up subbing him off for Paulinho, like 60 minutes or something like that. So he's still doing absolutely sick, and I really, really do love him. He doesn't quite have the same, not quite as good an impact as he does when he's playing striker at Cam, but he's still sick, and we just need to get ourselves a quality striker to go up front. But the other guys, Mounier's ridiculous. Like, he's 6'3", he's absolutely massive. He wins every head. He's got 92 strength, as you can see there, 94 stamina. Ridiculous player. Thiago Silva, I absolutely love as well. Played 11 games with these guys now. 10 of them have actually counted. One of them was my opponent, DC, and at 0-0, so it counts it on my players thing, but it doesn't actually count it in Foot Champs. But we'll come on to that tomorrow when you guys see my records a little bit more. We are going to jump into another game with the King instead, and I'll talk a little bit about him. But I really liked him. Like, I haven't conceded a goal, other than that cross in that game then with Thiago Silva, where I thought if I had Manolas, he would have stopped that, because in that one, it changed me to Mounier. It made me Mounier, so I think Manolas would have just stood there and watched the ball as it got headed in as well. And there's been loads of situations where I've thought, Christ, that's a goal. And then Thiago Silva saved me, such as that one where I wasn't even controlling him then and he just did the maddest block when Aubameyang was one-on-one. So I really, really like him. Having an 89 rated centre-back is absolutely sick. And he's also really good at passing and dribbling and stuff like that, which gives me a lot more confidence when I've got the ball in defence. Rabiot's decent. He's only 84 rated. He's not an absolute world beater, but he's solid. He's 6'4". His work rate's a bit annoying, but he's got good strength. He's got like 80s across the board, basically. 75 pace, 75 shooting, 78 defending, 80, 80, 81. Obviously got a little bit of a boost on his defending and physical, so that'll take it over 80 for the defending as well. He's just a really good player, to be honest with you. I like him. He's not an absolute world beater, but he was free. He's blue, he looks cool, and he gets the job done. So I quite like him. He's a little bit different. But as I am waffling on to you guys about this team, let's jump in to some... Oh no, first of all, I'm saying we're going to jump into some gameplay. We are. They obviously upgraded the screen cards, and I was tempted to buy a Scream Troy Deeney to go up front because he's now got 90 pace and 90 strength and 90 shooting, which is a little bit ridiculous. But before I did that, I did decide to do a little bit of... I didn't actually buy the Troy Deeney, by the way. I did decide to do a little bit of sniping, though. I managed to, on the first one that I seen, pick up the newly boosted Ampadu, I always pronounce that guy's name wrong, for 15k, who I then went and basically instantly listed up for 21,750, I believe, and he sold literally instantly. You can see a couple of my duplicate De Rossi's over there. We've still got loads of 83s that we need an SBC for, but I'm going to jump into a game with King up front instead because our Aubameyang's loans have run out. We could bring into this guy with a decent-ish team. He's got quite a few blues. He's got that Handanovic, he's got Allen, which is good, a blue Sané as well. He must be waiting on Fernandinho because Fernandinho gets full chem and Gundogan doesn't. And he had that weird non-race striker who, as you can imagine, he immediately paused the game once we got into it. There you go. And he subbed on the weirdest sub ever and subbed on Bakambu at striker. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and in fact, I'm going to check. Bakambu doesn't have an inform on this FIFA. No, he doesn't. He's only 82 rated. I'm not really sure. I mean, I loved him last FIFA with his inform, but absolutely nothing this year. Nice little touch from Thiago Silva there. My button lag, not clearing the ball. And a tidy finish, to be fair, from Allen. Again, that was Thiago Silva was the one who's there, but I don't know if it's fair to criticise him. That's just me not playing properly / having button lag. But we were doing decent. Like, we were kind of dominating this game. We had like 60% possession, some decent chances. We were just struggling to score, basically, is what I'm getting at. We're doing a lot of defending of Thiago Silva here, to be honest with you. Benatti is ridiculous at winning headers, so we don't really have too much of a problem with that. We were just kind of struggling to score, but then King does go and do this. I mean, I say King, it was kind of me with my nice L1 fake shot. A decent cross, though, and somehow Mane's winning the header at the back post, even though he's like 5'6", and makes it 1-1 in the 51st minute. And as we're going to jump into the next clip, as if not to contradict myself anymore, I think we actually do end up going and scoring with King as well. So I've been defending Thiago Silva, and a couple of mistakes from him have ended up costing me goals. And then I've been dissing King, and he's actually going to score a goal here and win me the game. So, nice bit of work from Rabiot, cuts it back. Solid finish by King on his left foot in the 76th minute as well. So, let me know what you guys think of my opinions. But, I mean, these are very, very short clips from, like, I've played 10 games with these guys now. we've done quite well. And Thiago Silva is absolutely sick. Like, 100% would recommend using him instead of stupid Kimpembe. I don't know why anyone uses Kimpembe. And I do not particularly like Josh King, even though he did just get me a goal and win me that game there, which actually took me into Silver 3. So we played 7 games at this point. We won 6, lost 1, which is pretty bloody good way to end, if I do say so myself. Not a bad little record. Decent little start. 2 foot champs on the Friday. I played 7 games on Friday with my Aubameyang and my King as well, kind of, but I didn't particularly like either of them. So in the next episode, we're going to be making a big marquee striker signing. So for now, that is where I'm going to leave this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, seeing the new team, seeing my investments and stuff like that. Just a little bit of Foot Champs gameplay for you guys. Tomorrow, big striker signing. Make sure you don't miss it. I'll see you then.